baritones, on today's lesson, lesson page 14, more 16th notes, we're going to learn two new ideas, or two new techniques. First is a fingering, and we're going to use our B natural fingering, which is first and second valve, first and second finger. We're going to use that new technical fingering for the B natural, which is the note B right above the bass clef, above the top line. And then we're going to also learn a technique rhythm, a rhythm technique, the 2/16ths and an eighth note. The rhythm has the 16th notes at the beginning and the eighth note at the end, and it's counted like this: 1E end, 2E end, 3E end, 4E end. We're going to use both of those in our first exercise, more 16ths. This exercise is number 45, and the tempo is marked moderato. All of today's exercises, I'm going to play slightly below their tempo marking because of the 16th notes involved. I want to make sure that our tonguing is crisp and clear and accurate. So I'm going to slow these tempos down a little bit to help you out as you practice along with me. So instead of exactly 86 beats per minute, I'm going to slow this one down to 70. So we're going to start off with more 16ths at 70 beats per minute. We'll also need to use our E naturals, second valve, and our A naturals, second valve. So along with our B natural, first and second valve, we've got a lot of naturals. Here we go. 1 and 2E end. Ready? Go. Great. Remember, as always, you can rewind and play these exercises again and again as you need to. Next is Tafta Hindi. This Arabic folk song utilizes a repeat in the first four measures. So we'll be careful and we'll make sure that we repeat those first four measures. We'll need our B natural again, first and second valve, first and second finger. But this time, we'll use our E flats, first valve, and A flats, first valve. Let's try Tafta Hindi. Also, I'm going to keep my metronome again at 70 beats per minute for helping us out with our articulations and those 16th notes. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, ready, go. So, if you need to, repeat that one as well. You can often pause the video, work on your own, and then rejoin the video and play along. Our next piece is a French-Canadian folk song. We're going to need those A naturals and E naturals again because we have a key signature that only has one flat, B flat. The counting for this exercise, 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2, has our 8th to 16th rhythm from lesson page 13, as well as our new rhythm, 2/16ths and an eighth, mixed up in this exercise. So be careful and cautious and make sure you identify which 16th and 8th rhythm you need at the right time. This piece again has another repeat. The last four measures of number 47 will be repeated. And then add to that, we'll need a DC al fine. DC al fine, we learned that a few lessons back, means to go back to the beginning of the song and play to the word fine. So play along with me as I play this French-Canadian folk song. 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2, 1, 2, ready and go. Very good. This one is a tough piece to practice and perform for a few reasons. One, because it's a longer exercise when you add the repeat and the DC al fine. And two, because it's in the higher register or the higher range for a lot of the time, with those high notes C, first valve, and the highest note D, no valve. So remember that you can practice through this a bunch of times, and you shouldn't just play through an exercise just once and move on. Practice it until you've mastered it or made it perfect, or until you've made considerable progress that you can absolutely hear and acknowledge that you've made. Great. Number 48 is next, pas de pan. This is a tricky exercise because it's in cut time again. Remember, 2/2 time, the values of all of our notes are cut in half. So quarter notes are going to be counted 1 and 2 and, like eighth notes were in 4/4 time. Also, this French folk song has a lot of flats. It's got 4 flats: B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. D flat is our second and third valve. So here we go. Pas de pan, this French folk song. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and a 1 and ready? 1, 2, ready, go. I'd like to play that one again, and I'd like you to join me. 1, 2, ready, and go. Take care when practicing those eighth notes at the end of the first line and then in the first measure of the second line. They're all slurred together, but make sure that those fingerings are moving fast. Okay? For our last exercise is the accent on baritone exercise for baritone. Yours may be different if you're using a different instrument. And today we do a lot of first valve work in our first 2 measures. It's all first valve. And then in measures 3 and 4, the second half, then it's all open valve because it's basically a lip slur exercise that helps you focus on your lip slurs as well as your tonguing. So here's our last exercise, accent on baritone. 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, set, go. For more individual technique practice, it says to refer to page 42 and try doing numbers 3 and number 4. That's if you want some extra technique building on this material. So I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that you'll play along with this video again and again until you've mastered it, and then you can move on. So until I see you again soon, keep practicing.